Boom shakalaka, how much will 4,000 Tron coins be worth in 2025? And more importantly, how many TRX do you need to be a millionaire? Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we are taking a look at how much 4,000 Tron coins will be worth in 2025 and how many TRX you need to be a millionaire. Before we get into it, guys, smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos since 2017 and interviewing Justin Sun of Tron fame back in 2018. You can watch a video right up there. Now, before we get into the numbers, because I'm sure that's why you all watch the channel, because we're all immense fans of mathematics, only when it applies to money. But why are we making this video? Well, if we take a look, there is evidence that, if the market stabilizes and turns around and goes back up, we could be on the verge of an absolutely massive alt season. So, a few charts that show that. First, we have breaking Bitcoin dominance to the downside. Also, the 3-week bearish cross on the Bitcoin dominance. These things have preceded massive alt seasons in Bitcoin's history. And independent of what chart you look at, whether you look at the Bitcoin dominance, whether you look at the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin, Bitcoin and ETH, or the top 10, all of these are patterns that would indicate we are headed for an alt season. It would be a bullish cup and handle for the total market cap or a rising wedge, which generally is a bearish pattern for the Bitcoin dominance. All these suggesting alt season is just around the corner. Now, we did just recently have a crossing of the 100 and 150 SMA that last time this happened signaled the beginning of an alt season to remember, and the SRI indicator is about to turn bullish, flip from negative to positive. This also signaled the beginning of the last alt season. So we have a lot of signals saying, hey, this is going to be a big alt season. And there is evidence that we might have kind of a much larger alt season than, say, last cycle when we got wicked off because, well, expanding cycles theory. I won't even say more. You can watch my other videos. I talk about that all the time. So there is the possibility we could be in for a massive alt season this time. Now, that being said, it would make sense to look for some top performing coins to maybe plop some money into, but not financial advice. I mean, clearly, if you are going to do that, we could take a look at things like the blockchain platforms with the highest daily active users. Now, Solana clearly crushing it, but look at this. Number 2, Tron. Number 3, Binance Chain. And then the rest of them. Not only that, but if we take a look at Tron records the highest number of transactions among blockchains. Go figure. Consistently outperformed others in terms of monthly transaction volume, recording 182 million, 167 million, 135 million transactions. So, Tron seems to be hitting the top on a lot of things. Now, what is Tron doing? Decentralizing the web. Clearly, you don't need me to tell you everything. If you're already watching this video, you're probably a Tron fanboy or fangirl or fan non-binary, whichever floats your boat. So, that being said, let's take a look at the charts. Now, Tron just recently did have quite an enthusiastic run up. These are weekly candles. Price recently went from 16 cents all the way up to 44 cents, and right now has come back down to 26 cents. Now, if we take a look, there's not much support until we get back down to about the 17 cent area towards the bottom of these trend lines. And if you'll take a look at these trend lines, it does appear like this is a rising wedge. Generally, not a bullish pattern. Breaks downwards about 60% of the time. But depending upon how you draw your lines, you could see other charts like this, Tron heading towards the apex, and this generally breaks up to this area. If that happens, could be a $3 to $5 Tron in the next few months, potentially, because the apex is coming soon. And I will note that my chart did not go back all this way. Didn't see the full scope of that. So that's very possible where things could be headed. Now, if we take a look today, Tron is number 10 on CoinMarketCap, trading at 24 cents with a $21.2 billion market cap, $1.2 billion daily volume. And as you can see, the price is the highest it's ever been by a lot. If we take a look at the log chart, still the highest it's ever been. However, if you take a look, this is not a double bottom, but we might have, I don't know, maybe some bullish patterns there for you. So let's take a look at the numbers, because this is why we all come to this channel, for numbers. Now, had you have bought Tron 2 years ago, it was only 5 cents. Why didn't you do that? What's wrong with you? Now, went all the way up to 44 cents. You could have 9x that investment. That means had you have bought 113 Tron back in December of 2022, when nobody would touch crypto with a 10-foot pole, had you have done that, well, you could have been a millionaire already. You could have bought 2.2 million Tron at 5 cents and then sold it at 44 cents and been a millionaire and bought your Lambos and gone down to Ibiza and just done whatever people do in Ibiza. But clearly you didn't do that because you're still watching these videos. So let's say, does a better opportunity exist today? Well, today, Tron is 24 cents. And let's say you have $1,000 burning a hole in your pocket because people just can't save money anymore. And why bother with inflation as high as it is, you know? I start to feel like an old man when I say stuff like this. Back in my day, we used to hike uphill in the ice both ways to school and yada yada, whatever. So you have $1,000. You watch this video. You like what I have to say. And you shouldn't buy crypto just because I make a video about it. But some people do that stuff. I did that when I first got into crypto too. I would watch a video and then just buy it. So let's say you just go market buy $1,000 worth of Tron. You'll get roughly 4,000 Tron. Now 4,000 Tron at 24 cents for the math enthusiasts. Well, that's only $960. So you get $40. You can go to McDonald's and buy like 2 hamburgers nowadays because of that inflation thing we were talking about a little while ago. So let's say you did that. Now, Tron, the cycle is not over. It did just recently have a cycle high. And if we take a look, I just want to point this thing out. If we take a look, non-log chart, it looks like each cycle, Tron peaks one day or like for a month and then goes back down to baseline. So there's the possibility that may have been the peak for this cycle and then back down to baseline for this cycle. But if it's not, let's take a look at some potential scenarios for Tron. First scenario, you know, we mentioned, I don't know which chart it was. Maybe it was this one. Nope, this one. We mentioned that Solana is crushing it, but in second place is Tron. Now, last cycle, Solana had a market cap of $75 billion. If the number 2, Tron, could do that this cycle, that was Solana last cycle. Solana this cycle is higher already, but if Tron could do this cycle, what Solana did last cycle, $75 billion market cap, guess what? You would 3.5x at $1,000. How cool is that? Making you $3,396 with an 85-cent TRX. And I would say, you know, as long as Tron doesn't follow this pattern of like spiking once per cycle and then going back to baseline, as long as that doesn't happen, I'd say there's a pretty good chance of that happening because it appears like we're pretty early in the cycle, like alt season hasn't even happened. The market could do whatever it does, but that's the way it appears. So it appears like there's a lot of upward room over the next, I don't know, we'll say 8 to 12 months. So that's scenario 1. Scenario 2 relies on my good old buddy expanding cycles theory. Now, if you've never watched any of these other videos that I've done, I think there's like 18 at this point, and towards the end of this video, right up there will be a whole playlist of them that you could watch, so stay tuned for that. But last cycle, Ethereum, small cryptocurrency, you might have heard of it, the number 2. It's basically Ethereum is to Bitcoin as Tron is to Solana, if you get that analogy. And if you don't, I'll just pull back this thing right here. We're just aiming to make this the longest video ever. Hopefully you're still watching and you don't just quit. But anyways, last cycle, Ethereum, $559 billion market cap. Let's say Tron does the same thing. Expanding cycle theory, I think it's possible. I think we'll see a number of altcoins do as well this cycle as Ethereum did last cycle, or at least a handful of some of the top performers. So if that happened and Tron had a $559 billion market cap, guess what? You would 26x your $1,000, making you $25,218 with a $6.30 TRX. Pretty cool. I would even say that one's not outside the realm of possibility. For the top 10 market cap coins to have that type of a market cap, it could be quite possible, you know? So those are the realm of possibility. Now we go to the realm of not so possibility. So first scenario, as of yet, we don't have a $1 trillion market cap altcoin. Now I know altcoins are lining up and they're like the dudes back when the 4-minute mile was impossible. Everybody was like, it's not possible. But one guy believed and he did it. And then the same year, 20 other people did it. Well, all the altcoins are lining up right now. And the ones with really low self-esteem and negative thinking, they're like, no, $1 trillion market cap is not possible. But one of them is going to break through there. Probably Ethereum first. It's halfway there, but could be any of them. Could, as a matter of fact, even be Tron, or Tron could be the second or third or fifth or 10th, you know, because once one breaks through, I have a feeling they'll start popping up there like popcorn. And if Tron did that $1 trillion market cap, guess what? 47x your $1,000. That's a lot of X's, making you $45,112 with an $11 Tron. Which brings us to our last scenario for the evening. I know, we're drawing to a close. It's sad, but guess what? There's a billion other videos. I've been making daily videos for the past 7 years, so there's close to like 2,000 videos to choose from. You can watch any one, or like I said, stay tuned till the end. There will be a playlist of the crypto price predictions for 2025 up in that corner up there. So, last scenario. People speculate. Now, people can say anything they want. No one can predict the future that I know of. If they can, I don't know why they're not a billionaire and haven't just retired to Tahiti or whatever, wherever people go. Bora Bora, Ibiza. That's the second time I said Ibiza this episode. So, let's say that we did have a $10 trillion market cap like these people speculate, and we can actually take a look at hard evidence to see the highest altcoin dominance ever was Ethereum back, I believe it was 2017, where it had a 32% market dominance. Well, 32% of $10 trillion is, drumroll please, yes, $3.2 trillion. And if that coin was Tron, this is a lot of ifs, but let's just say it is, well, in that scenario, you would 150x that $1,000, making you $144,306 with a $36 Tron. And if that was the scenario, guess what? To be a millionaire, you would only need to buy $6.6 thousand or $6,667 of Tron today, roughly 27,000 Tron, and you could be a millionaire. How cool is that? So now comes to that point in the video where I tell you, if you enjoyed this, guess what? You're not going to see this coming. There's a playlist of other videos right up there. Crypto price predictions for 2025. As a matter of fact, the first price prediction for XRP, the first and most popular video, is spot freaking on. So check that out. You can watch that while you're doing whatever you do. And I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.